What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another trade recap. Going to be breaking down this position that I took this morning for a 4.3R. Initially planned on holding it for a lot longer, but my runner got stopped out at break even. So it is what it is. Day before FOMC morning, so it's expected to have a little consolidation. But you can see price did eventually reach my final target up here. So quite an interesting day, still a beautiful setup, but I only took about a fourth of my position off here. So in reality, it was like a $20,000 trade if I took full TP, but I'm working on holding my positions for a lot longer. So comes with a cost sometimes. Luckily, we took some profits, and we're going to go ahead and break this trade down. So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll fast forward here to about 9:30 when the market opens. Now, I actually did get to the market a little bit late this morning, guys. Woke up at about like 9:50 or something, so didn't get there till around 10:15ish. So by the time I got there, we had already delivered from this 15-minute fair value gap slightly, and we were rejecting this 15-minute order block. So right off the bat, I was thinking, if we can keep this bullish structure and eventually reach for a discount, then eventually I may want to target some of these levels down here. So everything under this point, or under this point too, I guess, would be a discount. And you can see this is right around the 75% area. We got this 15-minute order block, and then we also have another 15-minute order block down here, and we also had a 1-hour fair value gap. So those were the levels that I was kind of looking at. I decided to put a limit order at the 15-minute order block mean threshold. And as a backup, I was looking at this level in case this level failed. So the reason I target the mean threshold instead of the order block itself is because price, if it decides to wick a bit lower and pass the order block slightly, I still have a safe stop at around a 10 to 15 point stop. So if you're at the order block here, by the time it stabs through mean threshold, you could still be at risk of getting wicked out. And on top of that, I've noticed, unless we're super strong in a trend or we have a higher time frame draw, price usually doesn't just bounce right off of the order block like that. And if we were going to deliver from higher up, we would probably deliver from right under the 15-minute fair value gap, just as we did here, or right above, sorry. So this is a very bullish signature right there. You see a nice wick. Doesn't even trade fully into the 15-minute fair value gap. Doesn't even look like it got to mean threshold, and we still have a rejection up. So if you wanted to get something off 9:30 open, that was actually a really good play right there. It's all about picking the highest probability levels. So that was the one that I picked this morning. Let's go ahead and fast forward here, guys. See what happens. Price starts reaching down. By this time, it's around 10:15. So I actually leave the charts, and by the time I come back, I'm already in the position. So let's go ahead and see where we get tagged in at here. Boom. We get tagged in right there. So you can see beautiful trade into that 15-minute order block mean threshold. We barely sweep the low going into that 1-hour fair value gap. And you can see from there, beautiful delivery up to my first target of about a 1 to 4. And then my other targets were up here at the highs, relative equal highs, and then I have one more TP up here at the all-time high for about a 1 to 8. So ended up holding the remainder of my position, started chopping back and forth, and at this point I was like, it's probably 50-50 whether it gets there. My stop's at break even, so I basically just left the charts, came back, and price stopped us out at break even. So that was the trade for this morning, guys. Beautiful bottom tick or turtle soup or whatever you want to call it. And inside of that turtle soup, guys, you can even see that we had a 2022 model. So boom, look at that. If you don't trade turtle soups, Can still apply other ICT concepts, such as the 2022 model. You could have long there, stop below here or below the fair value gap there, and you could have targeted that same high for a 1 to 2, gave you a max of a 2.2 R, guys, and you could have even gotten here on this order block, or you could have even gotten in on this change of the state of delivery right here. So beautiful textbook setup this morning, just a little choppy on delivery. We didn't end up having an IFEG down here until right about here, but by then we were already at a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So that's why you see it start to chop back and forth. And then after that, we moved down to that 1 hour fair value gap once more. That is when the rest of the run started to play out. Unfortunate when that happens, but it is going to happen sometimes, especially when you're holding for a very drawn out move to external liquidity. So hope you guys enjoyed this recap. If you learned something, drop it in the comments. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hop in the free Discord as well. And if you want a discount on your evals, I have a link in the description. 30% off right now, but you can use that anytime to get 10 to 30% off or more. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.